Everybody, it's Jade, and I'm back with another journal with me. January 19th, I went to go see Aquaman with my cousins, and it was so good. I was so excited. I wanted to see it earlier, but I got sick, and yada, yada, yada. So anyway, here I'm putting the poster on the left side, and on the right side, I'm going to be taking some Tim Holtz Distress inks in different color blues and doing some blending to kind of make it look like an ocean and give that ocean effect. And you'll see how I do that here. First I blend down, and then I end up blending back up. And once I'm blending down, it looks a little funky, a little weird. But once I blend back up, it all comes together, and it looks really nice. I love the effect that it gives. Um, but yeah, I went to go see this movie with my cousins. We had a blast. On the way there, you guys know I talk about my angel numbers sometimes. I've been seeing the number 8 a lot lately, and a lot of times the most I'll see at one time is like 4, but I've been seeing like at least 6, 8 at a time. And it was funny, we ended up behind this car. It was a really expensive car. I can't remember what it was, like a Porsche, something like that. Something I probably would never buy. However, not because I can't afford it, but just because it's not my style. But it was still a nice car, and it had this license plate, and it had at least 6/8 on it. I think it was 6/8. I made my cousin take a picture, and you'll get a small glimpse of that later on when I put the tip in. But here, I'm just blending up again. Anyway, we saw that car, saw my ace. I made her take a picture, and once we got there and the movie started, I loved it. I love Jason Momoa. I've been a fan of his since I've seen him in that show. He had a small bit part in that show, The Game. I don't know if you guys remember that show. I loved it. And I was like, oh, because he was dating Kelly in the show. And I was like, oh, who is this? He's cute, okay. Um, and then he got turned into an asshole in the show, but anyway. And then he showed up as Khal Drogo in Game of Thrones, and I was like, all day, yes. And then him as Arthur Curry, Aquaman. In this movie, I'm like, there is a God out there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, here I'm putting my tip in, and I'm using some Coastal Collection washi that I got like on clearance. A little while ago at Michael's. You guys know what I'm talking about. I also have some extra images that I printed out of Jason and cut around to decorate with. So that one that's sitting off to the side will end up going on the back. So you see that picture there? That's the picture of the car or whatever. But anyway, also 9/11. You see that? I've been seeing 9/11 a lot too. So I thought it was weird that my ticket said 9/11 on it. Anyway, excuse me, I had to do that over, so I'm redoing the washi tape to get it to sit and get in there just the way I like. And there's that extra image of Jason that I'm using to decorate the back of that tip in. I made that pocket a while ago, and I didn't decorate the back of it, so I decided to put another picture of Aquaman back there to kind of snazz it up a little. Anyway, here is where I'm trying to do my title. And I have the picture of how I want that title done in my head. And here on this sheet of paper, it does not turn out that way, like, at all. It is a disaster when it's all said and done. But I can still see it in my head, and looking back on it, I can see what I did wrong when I was trying to do it, and how I can try again in the future to correct it. And I know that probably makes no sense to you guys because you're not in my head. However, I do have the picture in my head, and I can see how to do it correctly the next time instead of the awkward way that I did it this time. I'm going to go over it, of course, in .03 uni pen ink here. I'm thinking I'm going to keep it, but when it's all said and done, I really don't like the way that it looks. And I actually tried to blend back over it with the stress ink I used at the top, but as you can see, it was starting to smear a little bit. So I got out my Jane Davenport acrylic blue. I think it's aquamarine. I will link what I can link below, guys. Acrylic paint and paint it over it, and I was like, this is similar. I thought it would look a little awkward, but once it's all said and done, I'm getting my dryer out to dry that acrylic paint here. And I got that from the Hobby Lobby when Paper Studio was half off. My heat gun anyway. When it's all said and done, it actually blends well. I can't even tell but I had to use acrylic paint on it because I ended up getting the Aquaman logo and a PNG and turning it into a sticker and printing it out on my silhouette and covering that up so you can hardly even tell I had to use acrylic paint. And here I'm just using some Martha Stewart gold seashell stickers to kind of bring out those brown tones. And I loved it. I actually really, really loved the way that this spread turned out. So here I'm just, of course, writing about my day and actually going to see that movie. I can't wait till it comes out on DVD so I can watch it a million times because it was the bomb. Again, big fan of Jason Momoa. It was funny, I told my cousin she needs to see King Arthur, talking about Legend of the Sword, and she actually ended up seeing King Arthur while we were there because his name is Arthur Curry. He ends up becoming king, so weird but fun, cute little fact. Anyway, I am about to finish up with this, guys. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below. I appreciate all the love and support you guys give me. And that's going to be it for this layout. Have a good one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.